Good day everyone. This is Debbie with another video tutorial on design using the Silhouette Studio Designer Edition. Today I received an email from a lady that visits my blog, and she was a little perplexed on how to go about doing something. She sent me this border and she explained to me how she would like this border to be on a circular path. Well, I got to thinking, and I remember I had done this in the past, and I wrote up some instructions for her and emailed her back. Then I thought this would be really nice to share with all of you. So we're going to start out here, and I'm going to just draw a circle holding down my shift key. There we go. Okay, and now that I have this done, I'm going to go over here and turn on those pesky crosshairs that we never like too much. And you're going to find out the reason why in just a minute. Okay, now I'm going to go over here and grab my knife tool. And in the Designer Edition, you have all these different selections, so I'm just selecting straight and solid. So watching those crosshairs to kind of eyeball this, I'm going to hold down my shift key. I'm going to make this first cut. Okay, now going to the other side, I'm going to do the same. Kind of eyeballing it right here in the center, holding down my shift key, and doing another straight cut. Now I'm going to click up here, and we can go ahead and get rid of these pieces here because we only need that one little piece. And I'm going to turn these crosshairs off because they do get in the way. And this is where some of your other tools will come in real handy. First of all, I don't want this going inward, so I'm going to go up to my rotation tool. I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. I'm going to bring it here across the top of this circle. The circle isn't really important except for I'm kind of using it to eyeball things. So right here, this little circle that has the crosshairs in it is what you're going to drag down to do these rotations. So I'm going to start out dragging it about, trying to keep it straight here, about halfway to the middle of the circle. Okay, now go over to your replicate tool, click on it, and then go down here and rotate 5 copies, and we're going to see how that looks. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate another 5 copies. I'm going to go 1, 2 back, click on this one, and rotate 1 copy. Okay, now I'm going to grab this circle. Sometimes it's hard to get because other things get in the way, as you can see. But I want to get this circle out of the way so I can group these. I'm going to move this up here. So now I'm just going to group all of these by going down here bottom and just clicking right here, or you can right click and select group, but that's pretty fast and easy. Okay, now I'm bringing that circle back, and I'm going to hold down the shift key, selecting both the circle and the shapes. I'm going to go to my align tool. I'm going to align middle and align center. Now, to get a better view of what I'm going to get, I'm going to go in and get a closer look. Because what we want here is just this circle to barely touch the edges of these other pieces here, so we get a very symmetrical circle in shapes and balance here. So now I'm going to go ahead and go fit to window because that looks pretty good. I'm going to select all of these, and we're just going to go down here and hit the weld button. There you go. Now we've made a mat with that piece of the border. I'm going to go ahead and fill it with some color to show you. There we go. Now I'm going to take the color fill out, because we're going to add one more step to this. Holding down my shift key again, I'm going to make another circle. I'm going to place it here in the center, but clicking on that circle again and clicking on my shape, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go align middle, align center, and now using my cursor, I'm going to drag around all of this, right click on it, select make compound path, and we're going to fill that with color so you can take a look at this. There we go. So you can either make a mat or you can make a little thing like this to cut out for yourself from that border. Okay, we're going to do one more just to show you that it can be done with various borders. So once again, holding out my shift key, I'm going to draw that circle. And luckily, I've already cut this piece out of a border, and this border came from one of the freebies from Silhouette America on that Tuesday freebie thing. So I'm going to kind of eyeball this again, and I'm going to drag this out. I always try to start about middle, but here I'm going to start a little less than middle. See how it looks? I'm going to go over here to the replicate window again, rotate 5 copies, and that looks pretty good. And we're going to rotate another 5 copies, and then we're going to go 1, 2 back, rotate 1 copy, and again we're going to get in here and try and get that circle out of the way. So I'm going to click right here. Nope, I'm still selected. Sometimes getting the circle out of the way is the hardest part. Okay, so I move that circle off to the side, and then remember the next step is we can select all of these pieces, right click, and group them for now. I'm going to use the circle, go back in here, and I can already tell that I believe this circle is going to have to be smaller, but we're going to hold this down and go to our line, align middle, align center, and depends on what we want. I think it looks pretty good, so I'm just going to try it out. I'm going to select everything and go down here to the bottom and hit weld. Yeah, it did turn out pretty good. Okay, once again, you can leave this as a mat. I'll fill it in for you to show you what it looks like just as a mat. There you go. Or, once again, we can just go over here to our ellipse tool, hold down the shift key, draw another circle, depending on how wide you want it to be. And selecting the circle and our new shape, we're going to go to the align tool, align middle, align center, and it was already selected, but I unselected it. But with it selected, you want to right click, select make compound path, and we'll fill this to take a look. There you go. So that's how you can use your shapes from your borders by cutting them out and placing them on a circle and using the rotation tool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stop by and visit me at my blog, www.paperpulse.blogspot.com, or over at the Silhouette Plus forum. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye now.